Some years ago, a short little video called Dumb Ways to Die was released. The video was quotable, creative and hilarious. Now, of course it will raise a lot of ripoffs. Well, some of them are nice, some are bad, and there are some abominations that I am regretting using YouTube because of their existence. Now, at the start I saw one video that was not as good as the first, but yet one of the more solid ones, and I thought that one was bad. And man, I regret that this was seen bad to me. This one was just not as solid as the original. Then I made a playlist of all of them I could find. You can just search it and watch, but
the side effects include nightmares, bad feelings, depression, desire to dislike, vomiting, to want to quit using YouTube, cringing, rage, sweatiness, desire to die, offensiveness, and some more. I warn you, so don't blame me about any of the side effects that you have. Do not sue me, it's reviewing, so copyrights do not apply to this video. Also, if one of the creators of the original work or some of the better ones of the ripoffs are watching, I am sorry, I'm a little bit offensive. You do not deserve it, sorry.
now let's jump into the categories. Synchronization. So the synchronization was bad in some cases, but this is probably the least worst of our problems, so we will let it slide. Animation. Wow, this sure is a monster. Animating is hard, I will admit, but at most times the animation feels very weird relatively to the original song. The original song was funny and absurd and supposed to make laughs. And then some of the other videos are absolutely not funny. Some of the animations are actually kind of creepy. And I had some very hard time for my stomach for more than half a day. Some really bad times. Lyrics. Now we get to yet another big part. Some are very guilty by saying some very nausea promoting things. Some are boring as hell. Some are just not that memorable. Just to the next what? Short version of the sentence Dumb Ways to Die, I prefer you will think of something not offensive or boring. You can look at Dwat Portal Edition, Hebrew version, and Dwat 2. Voice acting. I don't know where to start. I watched some of the videos and I wanted to die myself from bad voice acting. I am not the perfect one to say that, but seriously. At the last one, the Hebrew edition, I expected to some random kid in the internet to start talking gibberish. By the way, it wasn't just raw translation, so the sentences actually rhymed, but they quite possibly... The actual deaths. Oh no, I don't want to talk a lot about these ones. Most of the ways are so terrible that you will want to puke after the third death. I know that coming up with an original, catchy, and not cruel-ish deaths are hard, but if the idea is failing in any of the categories, you should probably not put them in your song. Otherwise the viewer will feel cringe, scared, or cheated. Because all of the deaths in the original song were not because of their existence in some place. That's because they did something. But certainly not suicidal one. Yeah, suicidal is not something anybody will want to see. Cringy moments. This will take a more statistics approach. In the original video, with the least cringy moment count, it had 0 cringy moment. At second place, Portal Edition, we jumped to 8. And the third, Smart Ways to Live, jumped to 20 cringy moments. And basically the number is bajillion already when you hit number 14. Design of the characters. Now, there are 2 main subjects that I want to talk about right here. I think that most of the videos are going in 2 ways. 1. Most of the videos are going in 2 ways. The first is that they almost all at pastel colors. And that's not wrong, as long as you don't use just one color or 2. If you don't have to. Seriously, do not always use just 1 to 3 colors. Second, using the most insane color palette and making them all colored as rainbows and tacos. Those palettes are only for marble races. And second, almost in all of the ones not including the original song's audio or animation are falling to the pit that all of the deaths are looking the same. The original song and make all of the deaths look different from one another. and in the other ones, not so much. Morals. Finally, some good-ish stuff to say. Some of the morals of the songs are very good. There are the silly ones that will never happen to us, like to be safe around portals, and that's just silly. And then we get to racism. Yay, how fun! Memes. Finally, the last one. When I say memes, I mostly mean quotability. Those are the catching lines that you remember and cycle in your head. Mostly this is just how that you remember this song. Only one song, other than the original, succeed in this, the Portal Edition. Some other thingies. Do not have a baby version of the original video. Do not shape the beans like chili peppers. Do not do this video if you don't know how to animate. The animation will come out as bad as my synchronized jazzy note blocks video. Do not make the characters as something other than the beans they were in the original. Do not name your video a parody. And most of all, do not make yourself to do the video. It will come out sloppy and ugly. And I'm begging you. In conclusion, I don't think that there is any conclusion that I didn't say. The hardest part was to marathon all of the ripoffs I could find. Here is a comparison. One of the more painful activities I've been trying is to knock my toe into a chair or something by accident. I am willing to do that 68 times just to not watch one more video of the bad ripoff. It is what I will call from now the bad side of the internet. There are many sides to the internet, and this is probably the one of the, if not the, worst side of the internet. I am ashamed that these things exist. Second time, I am sorry for all of the people who really put their soul and effort into this, and I think that's it. Thank you viewer for watching this rather angry video. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. You can also join me on Discord and some other stuff, and I think that's bye.